Hey there! Today I wanted to show you a pretty cool piece of SEO software with a pretty funky name, Traffic Travis. Now I said SEO software, but Traffic Travis is so much more than that. You can use Traffic Travis for keyword and competitive research, rank tracking, SEO and PPC campaigns. Basically, if you have a website that you want to drive traffic to, then you want to check out Traffic Travis. Now before I show you the software, I thought I'd show you one of my websites. This is starsinginglessons.com, and it's essentially just a learn to sing website in the home singing lessons niche. Essentially what I do here is I review products and then drive sales of affiliate products and earn a commission. So I can show you here, this is a review of a particular product, and then at the end of the month I make some nice sales and earn commissions for that. I can show you behind the scenes as well. I have Google Analytics here, and you can see since last year July I've had steady increase in SEO traffic. Basically I don't pay for any traffic to that website. It's all from free organic traffic. You can see here the types of keywords that I'm ranking for. Online singing lessons, learn to sing, learn how to sing, singing lessons online, all that kind of stuff. So all very relevant, very targeted traffic. So let's have a look now at Traffic Travis and see how it works and how you can use it to drive traffic to your site and generate sales. So I won't have time to show you everything, but let's just start with some of the keyword tools. So the keyword tools allow you to create keyword lists. You can dig up piles of relevant keywords for the campaigns you're running, and you can get great keyword ideas. For example, let's just put in something like learn to sing, and you'll find that in no time it goes off and looks for relevant and related keyword phrases, and it'll tell you exactly how many keywords you get per day, how many searches in different search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. So how much traffic you can expect to attract if you were on page 1. While it's doing that, I can just show you a couple more things. If you go to the search engine tool, here it's really cool. You can create a project with all the keywords that you believe are relevant for a particular page or a particular site, and then you can start updates and you can see exactly your current position. So for example, that page I showed you earlier of that product, that Sing with Freedom Learn to Sing product, these are all the keywords that I've identified that I'd like to rank highly for in order for me to gain a lot of traffic. And you can see it even highlights in yellow here. Since the last time I've run an update, I've actually increased from our previous position. If it's blue, it will show you that your ranking has gone down since the last time. But you'll see here that all of my rankings here are pretty good. What's really great is if you ranking, for example, Per Bristow, he's the vocal coach. If I click on this particular ranking, I can see down here at the bottom exactly my competitors. So I'm able to enter in certain competitors and I can see what their rankings are for the same search engine phrase. So I'm able to keep track of my competitors. If I go to top sites for keywords, this is where I can actually go and find out which domain names or which websites and which pages are my competitors. That runs really quickly, and you can see here for those 30 or 40 different keyword expressions, these are the most important domains, and I now know which websites I need to be keeping a close eye on. Another really awesome feature here is the backlinks to site. This allows you, it looks pretty intimidating, but it's really great information. You can get here all of the keywords, so all of the sites that are linking into your sites. You can see what kind of page rank they have. You can see the anchor text they're using. This anchor text will help you to rank for those exact phrases. And you can see if they have a follow or no follow attribute. meaning that that pass on PageRank to your site. At the bottom you can get a really cool summary, and this is really useful not only for putting your own site in there, but for information about competitor sites. It's really great. And then of course you also have the possibility here to create reports. Essentially you can export information and keep it for your records. There's a whole lot of really cool information for PPC analysis, where you can see what your competitors are bidding on, what keywords, how many keywords, what are the most popular keywords. Just loads of cool stuff. I don't even have the time to go into all of that. Let me show you a bit more stuff with regards to the SEO analysis, because I think this is super helpful. Let's assume, for example, that I want to rank for a phrase like learn to sing. And what I can do is I can tell Traffic Travis to go out there and get the top 10 results. And what it does is it starts going out there and it sees these are the 10 sites that are currently ranking on google.com, and it'll tell me what their page rank is, how old the website is, because obviously the older the website is, the longer they have to rank, and Google respects sites that are older. Even better is you can see exactly how many backlinks the sites are getting, or the particular pages that are ranking, the number of links to the site as a whole. You can see whether the website is listed in Demos, which is a directory, open source directory. There's the Yahoo directory, and you can see whether this particular phrase, learn to sing, is in the title tag, the description tag, the H1 tag of the page. Obviously these are important ways in which you can get your page to rank. And if, for example, you notice that your competitors don't have, say, the phrase learn to sing in their description, or they don't have it in, for example, the H1 tag, these are ways in which you might be able to outrank them. So this particular phrase, it receives a lot of traffic. In fact, we could go back quickly to the keyword tools, and here we can see learn to sing receives 4,248 searches per day. So if you were ranking in top position, you'd be receiving an awful lot of traffic. So let's go back to page analysis, SEO analysis, and it's taking a little bit of time to get the last bit of information, but essentially you can see my site is currently ranking at position number 5 for this phrase. So I've got a little bit of a way to go, but I've done really well when you consider that my page rank is a page rank 2. So a lot of the sites are actually, even the sites below me, a lot of them have a higher page rank than I do, but I've just done things right in having the title tag, the description, and the H1 tag all include my search engine phrase that I'm targeting. I could do even better if I were to go now and pay for a Yahoo directory listing, or if I were to get my site into Demos. So that's just a great way to know what kind of sites you're competing against. Another really great tool is the page analysis tool. If I go now to www.starsinginglessons.com and I check a phrase, for example, learn to sing, I can analyze the page and see how well that page is optimized for that particular phrase. You can see here I got an A+, but obviously that's just because I've spent some time optimizing the page. You know, normally you would do this, you would find maybe you got a C or something, and then you can go to the report summary and find out exactly what you need to do to improve your ranking for that expression. And they give you information about general page information, headings, words, and links. And these are all tips and techniques that you can use now to go and make your page, your on-page optimization right in order to be ranking for this particular phrase. So really there's just loads and loads of stuff in here. Let's go back quickly to the keyword tools. You'll notice earlier I ran this phrase, this learn to sing, and I've got 200 keywords that have come up. In fact, I can increase this to however many I like, really. I'm not sure, a couple of thousand. But for the sake of simplicity, I started with 200 keywords. Now let's imagine you were doing a PPC campaign and you wanted to create a bunch of ad groups. This is really awesome. What you can do now is you can take the keywords that interest you. Let's say I'm interested in this whole list, and I move it to the right hand side here, and now I can send it to somewhere called the sorter. And now let's imagine I had a whole list here. Let's say I had 10,000 or more different keywords, and I wanted to create a Google AdWords campaign. Now, one thing that you really need to do with a PPC campaign is to create really tightly, closely related ad groups. So let's do that now. Let's imagine I would just wanted to create a Learn to Sing ad group. I will just click on Learn to Sing, search. When I click search, it's going to search all of the keywords here on the left hand side. And when it does that, it places all of the keywords with the phrase Learn to Sing directly in here. And all I can do is save as set, and you can see here at the bottom I've got an ad group. I can then export that, save that onto my computer, and then whack that into Google AdWords, and I'm laughing. So there's lots more there to show, but I think you've got an idea as to how this tool can be really, really helpful to get you ranking and ranking high. And yeah, so if you want to check it out, just go to traffictravis.com and get yourself ranking, get yourself making money, and have fun. Catch you later.